So now moving on to negatives. All right. Moving on to negatives. Woo! A lot going on here. Okay. For any non-zero A exponent, we're going to move it to the opposite side of the fraction with a positive exponent. This is called, if you remember, the reciprocal. Okay. So I'm going to skip this one for right now. I'm going to look at this one. So where is the negative exponent right now? Is it in the top or the bottom? It's on the bottom. So it needs to move to the top. So this is going to move to the top. So it's going to be 2 to the third. And technically the one's still there, right? That times 1 would just be 2 to the third. So it moves to the opposite side with a positive exponent. So here, it's on the top right now. There is no bottom that I can see, right? But if I think of the number 4, what number is in that denominator? A 1. So a 1 is in the denominator here. So we're going to move it down to the bottom. We're going to move it down to the bottom. So that would be 2 to the positive third, and then that would be times 1, right? Which just equals 2 to the positive third. Now, we have to, because it's in the bottom, so we have to have something up here. We can't just leave that blank. And that's going to be a 1. Okay? So for this one, a little bit harder. Notice how we have an x this time. Does the x have a negative exponent? It does not. So the x is actually going to stay exactly where it is. But look at this y to the negative second power. That does have a negative exponent, right? So that needs to move to the bottom. So that's going to move to the bottom and have a positive exponent. Okay? Let's do the same thing with this one. Does the a have a negative exponent? It does not. So it is going to stay exactly where it is. Does the b have a negative exponent? It does indeedy. So that is going to move up top and going to become a what? B to the positive 4. I want you to try this one. Try this one. Welcome back. So the z and the y should have stayed. Neither of those have negative exponents. But your x to the negative second should have gone to the bottom because it had a negative exponent. So that one got moved to the bottom, and now it's a positive x squared. Do the same thing with the last one. Welcome back. Should have stayed. Should have stayed. And the y is what should have moved, and it should have moved to the bottom. That's it. Negative exponents.